Oh, it's that time of the year again for my annual rant and rave. Death and taxes. Yeah, the two things that we all know that occur. Um, yeah, most of us, some of us who have already gotten our W-2s and da 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 da, you've already filed your taxes. Great. If you're a business owner, you're probably just now getting around to doing it, or you're filing your paperwork to say, hey, I need a little bit more time. But yeah, death and taxes. I make this complaint all the time every year, more for city taxes than anything else. Business taxes are complex. That's why I pay an accountant to do it. It's simply because it's just the rules and what you can claim, what you can't claim, what's a business expense. Then there's for bookkeeping purposes, I use straight line depreciation. My accountant used double accelerated, whatever it is. And so, yeah, taxes. Yes, we, as much as we all hate them, they have to be done. So, again, this is the time of the year most of us are doing our taxes. If you've already done yours, great and thank you. If you haven't done yours yet, I'm sure you got about a month. So, but yeah, when it comes to city taxes, I gladly pay my city taxes. I complain about it, but I pay it. But I always joke every year that city taxes are far too complex than what they need to be. You don't need pages and pages. In fact, I just received notification. Well, anyone in the city of, or village of Monroeville know this. You just switched over to RETA. City taxes or village taxes were kind of a little bit awkward before, but that was just how it worked for them. And now they've switched over to RETA. Yeah, not a fan of RETA. Anyone who has dealt with RETA is not a fan of RETA, but it has to be done. So, anyways, I joke about this every year. City taxes should be like 5 lines, 10 at most. What was your taxable income? What's the city tax rate? How much did you pay in already? Subtract the two, and that's what you owe or your refund is. It should be 5 lines, or in my case, it's 6 or 7 because I have an adjustment in there. But yeah, the city taxes should never be that complex. And then you attach your federal form to it and be done. But that's just my rant and rave. I say it every year. In fact, my taxes are, as of last night, all filed except for my city tax. I got to drop those off. And that's my rant and rave every year. Is city taxes are just way too complex. It's line 9 on your federal return times your city's tax rate minus what you've paid in. If you're an employee, obviously it's taken out of your paycheck. If you're making quarterly payments, you take those out. If you don't pay anything throughout the year and then make one big check at the end of the year, that's fine. But yeah, city taxes, 5 lines. That's all it really needs to be. Just simplify it. And your city taxes, for the most part, and I had someone argue with me, well, it's not based on your adjusted gross income. You are correct. It is not based on your adjusted gross income. It is based on your total taxable income, which I believe on your tax form is line 9. Yeah. City taxes, 5 lines. That's all it should be. Simplicity. That's always been my thing for city taxes is they should all be just simple. How much did you make? Here's the tax rate. How much did you pay in? Here's what you owe, or what your refund is. Yeah, I complain about it every year. I do this to the city of Clyde every year too. It's not a big deal. In fact, it's become, I want to say, part of a joke with myself in the city. The person who does our city taxes here is I will turn in our business taxes, which is wholly ungodly complex. My city taxes for the business side this year is close to 40 pages. And again, this is why I pay an accountant to figure it out. It's close to 40 pages, but my personal taxes should be only like 5 lines. This is what we paid in, or this is what the business, this is what our income was, this is what we owe, da 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 da. And so every year we just sign the tax form and attach my modified, simplistic tax form and say, here's what I owe you. If I'm wrong, let me know. And so, yeah, it usually goes that way. And I don't think I've ever been really off, other than maybe $1. And using the simplistic form that I use, which is, like I said, 5 lines, but it has to be done in an official form. And like I said, the forms are just overly complex. And I made this comment to one of the Village of Monroeville's council members, because they're a client, and I saw them this week. I said, city taxes, village taxes, whatever, 5 lines. That's all it should be. 5 times, 5 lines. And she goes, well, then how would you? I said, you attach your federal tax return, because your federal tax returns are almost always complex, even though programming and people have made it as simple as possible. I think it's now like a half a sheet for the simple stuff. But yeah, city taxes don't need to be that complex. There's no reason for it to be that complex. Like I said, 5 lines, 7 at most. Just my thoughts. I know those people who worked in tax departments around the various cities are, no, how we, for an honest person, 5 to 7 lines, okay? Yeah, are there going to be people who cheat the system or attempt to cheat the system? Yes. That's just the nature of the beast. So, but yeah, 5 lines, that's it. That's a simplified city tax return, 5 lines. In my case, 7, because I have an adjustment, because, we only own 88% of this, so 88% of the business paid taxes to the city roll over to us. So I've got 2 additional lines, so it's 7 lines for me. But simply, that's simple. In fact, that's a little spreadsheet. Here's what I paid, or here's how much we made. This is what we paid in. This is what we owe. So taxes, get them filed. If you're going to be late, get that tax filing deadline extension put in. If you're paying an accountant to do this, again, it just has to be done. So again, my complaint, city taxes every year should be 5 lines, the end. So, but yeah, if you found this entertaining, like and share. You need to get those numbers up. Subscribe if you can. Find us on Facebook. Computer problems, you can call this number. We can come to you, or you can come to us. And if you keep forgetting, you can now text that number also. And we can come to you if you're in our service area, or you can come to us. We're in Clyde. Just give us a call, send us a text, schedule a time, and we'll go from there. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.